Hi there, this is Brad Wardell. I'm the designer of Sorcerer King Rivals, and today I'm going to do a Let's Play. Live, unedited, well, a little bit edited to make it shorter, but you'll get to see what this game is all about. So, broadly speaking, Sorcerer King Rivals is about you and a powerful being called the Sorcerer King trying to become a god. Both of you are competing against each other, your rivals. In the midst of this are a set of neutrals. There are other civilizations that are just trying to struggle and find their way to survive in a world that's been ravaged by war. Now, in addition to the main game, we also have these really cool tools. These are modding tools in which you can go and make your own tiles, your own maps, particles, quests, and then upload your maps and quests with other people. As I've said to other people, what is a role-playing game, for example, other than a 4X strategy game minus the city building and the other factions? So to start up a game, you have up to 8 different sovereigns to choose from. Now, in the original Sorcerer King, we had these 4, and they were all part of the kingdom. So these guys are all part of a single race, as you can kind of see by looking at them. They're all of the race of men. Sorcerer King adds 2 new sovereigns, but each sovereign is its own race. So these are the dwarves, and these are the undead. So we kind of went kind of crazy with that, because you could have had a whole bunch of different sovereigns attached to each race as well. You can also customize them, so you can tell what books they get, which can affect your crafting and what spells you have access to. You can also choose what your starting units are. And in today's example, I'm going to choose to be the Grand Lich, with my hero, my champion, being Raza the Necromancer. Then I'm going to choose a small world so that the game doesn't last super long. I'm going to choose normal difficulty, which will probably be a very bad idea, because if I'm demoing it, I'm not necessarily going to be focusing as hard as I should on the actual details. If you're new to the game, you should probably be starting at beginner or easy, and maybe have ascension speed be slow. This is the rate in which the Sorcerer King and you are able to ascend. Just a tip. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and now we're going to generate a world. I tend to prefer to not know who I'm up against. The game will randomly pick some, but let's see. And then it will load up the game, creating a random map. And the idea is to be able to play the game over and over and over again. So let's take a look. When you start up the game, you're asked a few questions in order to get an idea of what you're about. So in this case, I can either be really good at gathering equipment and items, so like magical secrets or like twigs and stuff. That's not really useful. I return with shiny baubles. I think I'm going to go with magical secrets, and that in turn will give me some lore, which will help me get my first spell quicker, some wisdom, and a blizzard scroll, which will come in handy. My home city is called Twilia. I can change it to be anything I want. And the scouting report will tell you that you're surrounded by monsters and bandits, because essentially the lands are chaos. Ever since the Sorcerer King took over and then stopped paying attention to the world, the bad guys, ruffians and other scum, have basically taken over the place. So when you start out, you have 1 unit, which I can left click here to select, and right click to move somewhere. You also always start near a shard. You want to build on that shard. And the reason why you don't automatically build it is that we want players to know that they need to build here. Anytime you build or anything in the game, it uses up one of your logistics. So these are your resources over here on the left. So your logistics and your mana in this case. And across the world, you'll run into other resources. In fact, there's one right here. This is a crystal crag. And down here are some monsters. Some goodie huts, as we call them. Treasure chests that just have some stuff. Here's another shard. And if you use the mouse wheel, you can zoom out and see the world. And this, because I did that, chose to send out spies, I actually can find out where there's another champion. So if I come over here, I can get another champion. Of course, I have to get there. You can also see that there's some monsters nearby. So on your first turn, basically you're going to be choosing to research a spell. Pay attention to how common it is, as well as how many turns it's going to take. Like, I don't like Ice Blast is kind of cool, and it's uncommon, so it won't necessarily show up as one of your options every time. But 24 turns is a lot of time to be waiting. Harvest Forest, on the other hand, 1 turn. Yeah, it's common, but I'll have it 1 turn. That's very useful. I'll show you why on the next turn. Then I have my auto units. I'm going to probably leave these guys alone, right? Because I don't really want to do anything to weaken my initial startup here. And one of the things that you can tell about how tough anyone is you can select a unit. And that combat rating is a very complicated calculation of how tough a given army is. So it's 21, and they're 18, so that's kind of close. And the combat system is actually pretty complicated. So that, like, this unit here has a combat rating of 16. This is based on initiative, attack, accuracy, how well they resist spells, dodge, and defense. And she also has all these cool abilities like Drain Life and Lightning Resistance, and she has this weapon. Similarly, the other units, this one has 10, and this one has 9. And one of the things you'll want to notice right away is it's not, your combat rating is not 16 plus 10 plus 9. It even looks at your party and how well they work together. So it's one of the things we're pretty proud of in this game, is that we distill a very complicated thing into a single number that you can count on most of the time. It gets a little tougher when you're dealing with magic. Meanwhile, you have your city, and so there's your city. Food is how fast your city will grow each turn. Production determines how fast things will get built. Essence determines how many enchantments you can cast, and then you have your list of things you can build and a list of things you can train. So I could build a barracks, a garden. Barracks let me get access to, it gets me more logistics and higher sellswords. Gardens give me more food, where camps give me more production. And training, Crypt Keeper will let me found new cities, build outposts. Lookout is a scout. Bloodletter is a cheap but decent little combat unit. And the Risen Warrior is a better combat unit, but requires bone fragments, which I have none of at the start of the game. Now, as I showed before, there's 1 essence. That means I can cast 1 spell. So if you look down here at 0 of 1, so I'm going to go up here to my spellbook and choose Enchanted Hammers, and that raises my the hammer, or my production to 16. Over here you have options. This button here will tell you about where the world is. You can see how many shards there are. You can see I control 1. The Sorcerer King is out to try to destroy them. What you want to do is harness their magic to cast the Spell of Ascension, which you should keep doing. Each time you use it, it charges up the Orb of Power, known as the Bane. That's what this is here. And once it's fully charged, if someone controls more than 2/3 of it, they win. So you gotta be careful about that. It's kind of like Quidditch from Harry Potter. You can be the one who fills it up, and then the Sorcerer King wins if they have 2/3 of the overall power. So these are your cities, which I have the 1 right now. My spell book, these are the current spells, you just saw that. Crafting, so I have no items yet, but these are the initial recipes I have. If I get far enough along, I can then enchant my items, which is where your stuff starts to get really powerful. And then the rivals, my 3 other civilizations that are out there doing their thing. Then down here, you got your mini map. Again, it's a small map. Your cities, shards, armies, along with how their combat rating, and any garrisons, which means my city's completely undefended. And then idle cities. Oh, that's right, I didn't actually select anything. I'm going to go ahead and train a lookout. And the reason I picked out a lookout is because I wanted to be able to start scouting. And immediately, one of the shards in the world is under attack. And every time that happens, the Sorcerer King gets some ascension points. Oh, good. See, I already got one. And here's another one. Harvest Mountain. So they, down here, where did they attack? There it is. So this shard just got attacked. So I know the Sorcerer King has got to be somewhere over here, which is uncomfortably close to me. Now, I talked to earlier, or just a minute ago, about the power of, let's see, raise land. Let's see, I don't think I have enough mana to harvest a forest yet. So one of the things I can do to speed it up is go up here to mana. So this orb lets you decide how you're going to use your magic. So the magic comes in from the shards, and then you decide how that magic's used. Skill, or, the magic comes in, you split between skill, mana, and lore. And then, there's quite a few bad guys around. But they're not that interested in you at first, so don't worry too much. They won't attack you if you don't attack them at first. So I'm told, just commanded this unit to go explore. And I'm going to select it to build a Crypt Keeper. And the reason I want to do that... Oop, I got attacked. No. I'm not attacking. I just autopiloted into them, because they're on top of that goody hut I want. So as you can see, it's relatively safe at the beginning of the game. So, now this is the Sorcerer King. Again, he doesn't know I'm his enemy at the beginning of the game. This is important because he is way more powerful. So he wants me to provide some of my essence to him. So I can say I'll provide some, or I can use some minions. I can ask for something in return. So basically, I'm helping him win, but he's going to give me something in return. I could use a Pioneer, and I really could. And he's going to. So I gave him 5 Ascension points. So that starts filling up this over here. And in exchange, I get this Pioneer guy. Well, one of his Pioneer guys, I should say. So that's what I have right here. So, unfortunately, I cannot actually settle here because these guys are guarding effectively. Oh, what's this? I may have just gotten a break. I don't think I can build an outpost here. No. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. I can't build in their territory. So let's go back down here. Oh, there's a goody hut again. So I'm going to need to do something about that guy. So I'm going to have to train a bloodletter. As you can see, I don't have very much in terms of logistics. So again, every time I build something, it uses up logistics, and now I don't have any. So I'm going to actually have to attack this group, even though they are as tough as I am. So one of the things I'm going to do, see, I can't craft anything, but I do have magic. I have quite a bit of magic. So we're going to attack them and hope that my magic is enough to overcome their numbers. So I go to battle. So I'm attacking their camp. And what has he got? Poison shot. Always a good thing. So there's my... What has he got? Fear. Okay. That'll make him skip his turns. Oh, I really should have done to this guy over here. Oh, remember that Blizzard Scroll? There we go. There. That Blizzard Scroll I got in first turn turned out to be useful after all. And I'll use that to cast Fear on this guy. So he won't be doing anything too brave. I have to be careful with this guy because he's actually a pioneer. spells do I have? Decay. Alright. Cast Decay over here. They're going to lose hit points every single turn now. Oh! That sucks. What does he got? Wake the Dead. My Skeletal Warrior should be able to help. Now you notice when I attack, I get some help all around. It doesn't triple the attack or anything, but it helps a little bit. What else we got? Drain Life. Ah, excellent. Looks like I'm going to be able to take them out. See, Magic the Great Equalizer. Though I did lose one of my units. In fact, I lost the one that the Sorcerer King gave me, which is a big bummer, because I gave up, you know, I gave up some of my essence to the Sorcerer King for that unit. Ah, frustrating. Okay, so, go over here and get rid of this riffraff and make a clear path for my... There we go. Make a clear path here. So when I build this up, I'm going to build an outpost, and I can't build right here. I have to build here next turn. You can also hit the tab key to move between your units. So from that battle, Raza the Necromancer leveled up. Yay! And I can choose a trait. I'm going to choose this trait that gives her more hit points. And now my city's also leveled up. And I can choose, and I'll talk about this again. When I level up, I can get more. I can choose between more production, food, or essence. Essence is how many. It's how many spells you can cast on your city. All right, so I'm gonna go right over here. Oh, I know units. You go get the goodies. So I have to be careful because I don't want my city attacked this early. Oh, you really can't build on swamp. Wow. Yeah, if I would have been paying attention, it would have said that at the top. That's on me. Okay, I can build over here, though. Alright, so now that I've built an outpost, because I'm playing as the undead, any territory I control, I can, oops, I don't have any logistics. That's right, I was talking about in terms of the spells for Harvest Forest. So see this forest here? So this land isn't my territory, but this is, and so is this. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this on here. There we go. And now, send over a unit to grab this, what it came up, and I got these cool crafting ingredients. I can come up to my crafting, get some leather gloves, healing potion. This is what I wanted, the return home scroll. So if you get really far away, it's like Tom Portal from Diablo. And so that's the beginning of the game. So next we're going to show you what it's like some ways in. So talk to you more soon. Hello. All right, we're now a little bit further in on Sorcerer King, and so I'm 55 turns in, and I'm building up. I have my main castle here, which I've called Twilia. I have my main party, which I've equipped up quite a bit. In fact, I'm going to give them more equipment. I just trained a scout, which is basically a hawk or a raven. I'm going to tell it to go explore. And the object of the game here as I've said before, is that you're trying to become a god, but so is the Sorcerer King, who's the main bad guy. And out in this world, there are other civilizations doing their own thing too, and they don't want you to become a god either. So they're kind of trapped between you, but they don't really have much of a choice except to try to destroy both of you. At this stage, like I said, I'm kind of decently in, so I'm going to go ahead and start equipping up my party with stuff I have found. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to my necromancer here. She has a lot of cool powers. These are her skill tree. She has gained a lot of little abilities, which are very helpful. Her attack is 17. Her defense is 13. She's got a 40 dodge, which is awesome. So she's already really hard to hit. Basically what it does is it rolls someone else's accuracy versus your dodge, and whoever gets a higher one hits. So let's see. So I'm not going to give her any new equipment, but I am going to give Balon, who's this dwarf I found in one of my quests, some armor, gloves, helmet. You can kind of see his combat rating slowly go up as I give him more stuff. And then I have another hat, which I'm going to give over to Sir Gregory. It probably won't help. He's still at 17. And I can look at his details. He has a number of cool. He has a sweep ability, which is really nice in combat. His attack is really good because he's got a really good sword. Accuracy 79, but he has no dodge. He's pretty heavy there. Similarly, with the rest of my party is I have Ellison the Cleric. I've already given her some stuff because clerics are extremely rare. I'm playing as the undead. Needless to say, I can't train clerics. I got very lucky to have rescued her in a quest, and so I'm trying my best to keep her alive. She's already up to level 3, so she's getting there. I have Dob, who I met on my travels. He's got a couple good things, but he's still pretty low level. He's level 3, but I mean, he's not that tough or special at this point. I've had Herod since very early on. He's level 4. I've started giving him stuff. He's a little injured, but again, he's someone I really want to keep going, even though his combat rating is only 13. So as you can see, his is 13 as well. Our Risen Warriors are kind of a dime a dozen. I'm playing as a necromancer, so bringing things back to life isn't that big of a deal. What I want to do next, as I'm zooming out, is I have captured some shards, and that's a big part of the game. Oh, I forgot to build here, which is a big part of the game. Because I need its magic so I can then cast spells to ascend. But really what I'm going to have to do is I really need to build another city. And I think where I want to do it is right in here. I can build a city over here. And I'm looking at this. This has 2 food and an essence. This has 2 food and 2 essence. So right here would be really good. Archmage, my scouts report that you have expanded your territory. I have only permitted you to rule that cesspit so that you might keep those shambling heaps out of danger. That's kind of insulting. Not thrust them into it. You are not to use Twilio to perform as a platform for insurrection. Alright, what can I use Twilio for then? Whatever you want, fool, so long as you maintain some sort of order. Keep your people alive or dead, or whatever they prefer, and obey my command. Is that too much to ask? I don't want to antagonize. I suppose not. Good for you. I strongly suggest you keep it that way. Yes, sir. See. Oh, darn it! I still got a threat, which means he's noticing more. Inferno. Oh yeah. New spell, Inferno. Let's take a look. So I'm a minor nuisance. He might actually decide to kill me now. So I don't like that. And he's gotten even more powerful. So I have to, like I said, you gotta be really careful. And especially since my hometown is basically undefended. Idle units. What's going on here? Right. You use the middle mouse button to move the camera, and I do tend to enjoy moving the camera more than most people. Sure, it's been damaged. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's pretty close to me. Okay. We're going to need to create several I'm going to summon into existence that, that is really a bummer. How is he getting there? Is he getting here? He must be getting here from over... Right. See, somewhere the Sorcerer King's forces are getting over to this, so I have to... Think of it a little bit like tower defense. You need to protect these, because they're the source of your magic, and every time he kills one, he goes up the... he gets more ascension points. We definitely have to figure out where these guys are coming from. So it's another wimpy garbage unit that I want to take out. Alright, do I have enough? I do! Haha, that Berserker's broadsword. Excellent. Wait, which is better? Guillotine Axe? No. Yes. Ooh, a Necromancer Circlet. Oh, I want that. I want things. Ooh, a Darkling Cloak. Okay, we'll start with this. You have to be level 6 to use that, so I'm going to have to be careful about that. I got some armor reinforcement. And... okay. 2 dodge. I'm going to give that again to her. Hey, she's up to 18 attack combat rating, which is nice. Armor reinforcement. She's still at 18. That didn't help. Alright. Ooh, plate gauntlets. I must have found those. I wasn't paying attention. Now she's level 6, but she can't use it. Because she's all peace and love. Not you, Greg. Balon. Wait, who is better? Greg? Well, Greg has some stuff. Give it to the dwarf, who is only level 5. Ah, he's getting there, though. Alright, I'm going to do something sneaky. I am going to harvest the forest. Because I'm playing as the undead, so what do I care? If I'm doing bad things to the... Can I still cast it again? Yes, but it's 20 mana. I think one's enough for now. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to ask for some help. Alright, what do we got here? I could use some cedarwood oil. No. I could use some lore. That would be nice. I could use some skill. That would be nice. No. 25 mana would be nice, but... I could use some skill. Ooh! Yes, what is this? The dead risen again? What horrors walk this land? What do you want, Wraith? I'm not a Wraith. First of all, I'm technically a Lich, and my champion here is a Necromancer. Alright, we seek allies to fight against the Sorcerer King. You know what? That is not how I would talk. I would say, you are a beast in the shape, right? We have followed our hated enemies to these lands, the dwarves, and their frozen realm must be destroyed. The dwarves, guildsfolk, why do you hate them so much? Oh, alright, well, we'll keep an eye out for these dwarves you don't like. They don't care about the Sorcerer King. Well, you should care, because he wants to kill everybody. So, if I become a god, I can assure you I'll be a nice god. Alright, so how is he doing it? Well, he's destroying all the shards and gathering their energy. Now I'm having to explain it. Alright. He wants us to help him stop him. But he wants us to prove that we're worthy of their help. Okay. So, we have to come back to him. Oh, good. I can kill these guys without knowing the Sorcerer King now. I need to be careful here. I don't think the Sorcerer King will actually attack me yet. Which would be... But I think he's getting close to the point where he might. I may regret this. I'm not. If I lose the battle, I lose the battle. I will be the end of the demo. But effectively, because this is a serious battle. Ugh, one hit, crushing blow. That didn't do as well. How tough are these things? 22. Tougher than Balon is. We're going to use the Despair Scroll. Probably should use my champion to do that. Alright. We're going to cast a spell, and we're going to call it all enemies are partially blinded. Oh, and none of them resisted. So let's see what this does to this guy. His accuracy is now only 16. And what does he use? Dodge. He has no dodge. Why didn't? But I bet you that Ellison over here is going to be just fine. She has 17 dodge, so she has a lot greater chance of. What we got here? Despair Scroll, Wellspring Scroll, right? Growth Portion. Oh yeah. Who's got the best attack? 15, 13, 18. Well, yeah, but that's because he's magical. 24. There we go. Dark Candle. I'm going to summon a fire elemental right into their midst. Enjoy the fire, buddy. What does he got here? Soul Burn. What's their defense? 12. I'm not gonna lose my curse scroll for that. Well, we'll bring in another fire elemental. Alright, what do we got here? Spirit's Confusion. All adjacent enemy have a chance to... Okay, now extract essence. Alright, who's hurting? That wasn't that effective. Refresh. Nah. Divine Shield. Ray of Judgment. Alright, Blessing. Okay, whew, this is tight. Alright, skeletons, go do your skeleting. Okay, next one's up. Alright, see, this is one where I could easily have lost, and I think I'm gonna win. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. You, though, need to... Not 80 points. Darn it, I was really hoping... I don't have a very good Healing. Yeah, I just killed him. Yeah, walk through the fire, buddy. Oop. Ooh. Okay, these guys are serious. These guys are very serious. So. And a miss. Naturally. There we go. Ah, come on. What is your dodge? 30. Okay, fair enough. Oh no! I lost my dwarf friend. Alright, who can you heal? Is there anyone that needs to be healed? I guess not. But we're not going to take any chances that Balon here is going to get hurt. So we're going to put a Divine Shield. So he is invincible for a very short amount of time. Alright. Oh, those guys are tough. That's right. Immune to damage. Go ahead. Oh, why can't you get through him? Oh, he's invincible, you might even believe. There we go. I think I got everyone. And no need to put you in danger. Oops, what do we got here? Cold Hand of Death. No. Spirits of Darkness. Do 75 to accuracy and dodge. You don't have anything that will help me, will you? Fine. Just bink 'em. They won't be hitting anyone. They're blind. Really blind now. Super blind. Alright, I've got this wrapped up. Oh, he caught a wolf. That's cheating. Can I actually get over there? No. Alright, he's dead. Alright. Necromancer, do your thing. There we go. Woo! That was a very expensive battle. Who's left? Oh, I didn't even see him. Haha. Whew. I didn't lose any. Oh no, I lost a dwarf. That's right. Not the best dwarf, but one of them. Here's the problem. There's two armies, both incredibly powerful, right outside my capital because the Sorcerer King is a jerk and he's a. Ooh. Do I have any good spells to attack him outside the Infernal? I could raise land. Yeah. Let's see, raise land. So what I need to do is build a wall. There we go. So I can basically funnel him in. Okay, we're now in the late game, and things have not gone very well for me. I made a number of mistakes. I lost my home shard. There's a big... The Sorcerer King is, at this stage, is not totally after me, but is enough after me to cause me some grief. I am not well defended enough. I'm going to cast Inferno here. I'm just trying to weaken the people coming at me. Oh, and it's gone. So the Sorcerer King has basically enough to win the game. I'm going to... I have no choice but to cast a spell with Sensi. So the spell Sensi will make it so that I don't think I have any mana coming in. I have 3 mana per turn. I have no shards. This Juggernaut by himself, these Juggernauts are incredibly powerful. Well, I learned a lot of lessons. It doesn't matter. The Sorcerer King has 1.